Welcome to ChinnyVision 2 for another joystick video. Joy, you lucky people. Now hopefully this can go a little bit better than last repair, which was only a partial success, because I bought this Quickshot 2 Turbo online and it's kind of okay. Oh, it's so much nicer after using that Mac one. It's still got that, you know, ridiculous kind of height of the thing, but actually click, 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 and it returns. So it's got, yeah, that feels nice, but it's having a little bit of trouble going left, just a little bit. So I thought, well, let's have a look inside and see if this is easily fixable. Clue, it's probably easily fixable. I've never been inside one of these. I never had one of these back in the day. And sorry for the not tissues, they were what I was using to wipe the last joystick I was repairing over. Oh dear, this is stiff. No one's been in here for a long time. Made in China. They're tight. I'm thinking, spoilers ahead, that it is probably just a bit of contact cleaner needed in. Bit of deoxit gold on that left hand micro switch, I would imagine. It's an old joystick. It's an old joystick Avon. It waits. Nice red colour. These always look really nice when you saw. Oh dear, bits of red plastic on my screwdriver there, where the eggs are so tight. Regarded by some as the kind of gold standard, not. I mean, they were briefly early on. These were very highly regarded. I always got put off. I was put off buying one because I had the non-micro switched version, which wasn't very good. You know, completely unresponsive, horrible thing, and I just didn't like the joystick. Yeah, well, also what you could get hold of as well. I had a couple of those Cheetah Mac ones, and because they were all you could get really in a small town. The idea that, as I often say, that everything was available. When your joystick broke or you wanted a game, no. It was what you could get. Right, there's my screws. Why is that one? Oh no, they just lost its colorization there. Right, what got inside? Oh, right, okay. Oh, yes, that's... Oh, yeah, you can see the base there, where the shaft... The bottom of the shaft sits in that. That's well worn. Can you see that there? That's well worn. Bits of plastic and rubber as the bottom of the shaft rubber. I'm guessing it is SV Spectra Video 111A. Right, how do we get this out of here? These come off, do they? We want to get in there. I want to... What's that? There's a bit of red plastic again. Out that way. There we go. Got it. Right. Oh, that's tight on the... Okay, I can see that. Ah, good. They're open micro switches. Can you see that there? 1987 model. Can you see there? I can't look into the camera lens trying to show you. Catch the light. Oh, there's a capacitor on there. That must be something to do with the auto fire, one would assume. Very careful of those cables, because I don't want them to... The worst thing in the world is when one of these joysticks in it, the absolutely ancient cable suddenly snaps. Right, keep this simple. You can see inside those micro switches, if you can see there. Actually, they're open. That's the Can you see? I don't know if you can see that there. That's how it works. Clicky clicky for the microphone. Right, yeah, you can see so much crud in there. Right, let's give this a wipe over. First of all, I've got rubbery bits on. The bottom of that shaft is rubber, soft rubber, and it's a pretty worn. Okay, I'm just going to use a surface wipe in here because, frankly, it's a joystick again. Should be using isopropyl wipes, I know. But it's just a cruddy old joystick. Sorry, I banged the microphone yet again. If you saw the previous video. Give it a bit of a wipe. Nothing too much. At the bottom of the shaft there. On the ball. It's at the bottom. It's like, yes, like a rubbery plastic material. Bit of wear on there, you can see. There's some kind of silicone grease or something that was in there. I could pop a bit in there. Because I do have some fader grease. Yeah, it looks like it had some grease and that's long gone. Okay, that's not a problem. I've got stuff that I've got electronics grease. I could pop in that hole there. Yeah, it's not as badly worn now. That was what looked like damage was remnants of some kind of grease. Faintly smell it there. Right, okay. Deoxit. Just in there. In there. It's so simple. Because this style of micro switch is going to be much harder, well, to replace than a standard one. I'm not going the auto fire as well. But there's nothing to go wrong really. Those springs could go, I suppose. I'll get that going, no problem. That is just going to be crud on that micro switch, no question. Now, I'm just going to go find... And someone's going to tell me off and say, no, you mustn't grease the bottom there. But I'm sure there was something in there. I'm absolutely sure of it. It's the way that now feels compared to where I got it out. And I've got some fader, mixing desk fader grease somewhere. 2 seconds. I will go and find it. He says... Here we go, I've returned with my stuff. It might not be exactly the right stuff, but it is electronically safe contact cleaner grease. Whoa, 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 whoa. Plenty, 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 thank you. That should do it. Just that stuff. Use it on my mixing desk. That should just... be absolutely fine. Pop that back in its container. I imagine this container of grease will outlive me, especially if I've been breathing in deoxit fumes. There's a little bit in the bottom there now, so that's fine. Wipe off the residue. Unedit this video, and not edit, or barely minimally edit it because it's ChinnyVision 2. That's what ChinnyVision 2 is all about. Wipe off the excess deoxit. It's electronically safe. It was made March 31st of March 1980. Well, that's not a 1 clearly, but I can't see what it's supposed to be. 1980. It's not 1 because the board's copyright 1987, and it wouldn't be 1 anyway. Clearly. But we know it's made on the 31st of March, anyway, on a date that is similar to... has a line in it. Right, can I get any more of this stuff out here? I'm not going to do a full-on... Where did I get this? Did I buy this in that... Oh, there was a shop that's sadly gone now. imbued. I bought a few things. You used to have boxes of kind of junk in there that you could go in and buy. Not junk, but, you know, joysticks untested and so on. And I sometimes used to buy things in there. Right, okay. Is that the right way around? Yes. Where's the auto? Oh no, the auto fire switch goes. Oh, goodness me. Right, okay. This is a more complicated arrangement than I'm used to. It goes in like yay. It goes in like yay. Right. How does that switch sit on there? You've got to get the auto fire switch in correctly when you do it. Can you see that there? You got to. There's 2 hooks that go on the switch for that, so you just got to be careful. Wipe off the excess deoxit, and then pop that back into its base without letting the circuit board drop out, which is going to be fairly important. What you have to remember is these things are assembled by hand originally. Oh dear, it's stuck on the desk. So all you've got to do is figure out how it goes back together. We are leaking deoxit. If you're using deoxit, don't go and turn it all on straight away. Leave it for a little while and so on. But I do want to work those switches. Cat on action. That should do it. And if you haven't seen the other video, Deoxit Gold is the stuff to use. I'm not on any reward or affiliates or Amazon stuff. It's just the stuff I use. You can get the RS stuff as well. I've used that. But I found this stuff, and it is expensive, to be the very best for cleaning stuff up. It just seems to work fantastically. Was it Simon Locke who recommended it to me? I think it was. And he does a lot of repairs. And 1 can, again, will last you, even at our kind of usage of our old computers, will last you a very long time. I certainly bought that one 2 or 3 years ago, and it's full. Not cheap. I mean, when I say not cheap, I really mean not cheap. You could be pouring neat single malt on your joystick for less money per milliliter or whatever it is. But it works. Right, don't overscrew it, tighten. And of course I should have said, and I probably didn't when I did that, just put it in the thread, go back a bit, go anti-clockwise, let it find the thread, and then in just a finger. Don't go turning it hard. A mistake I used to make as a kid, that everything had to be incredibly hard. And then what I'll do is I'll leave this overnight to dry out with the deoxit, and then yeah, I'm almost certain I didn't do it properly for the bottom 2, but never mind. And I'll report back at the end of this video, hopefully showing it working. They're always noisy. You could, in fact, I mean, I wiped out there. There's no reason you couldn't put a little bit of grease down inside it, but it is a rubber shaft in there. I mean, I'll see how I go. I may open it up a little bit more. Well, the thing is, all the grease in there dried up, so it might just be my reassembly as well, too tight. Might need loosening up. Well, it was incredibly tight when I took it apart, so who knows. But anyway, first things first, does it work, and then I'll take it from there. It is 24 hours later. Yes, my setup is very messy at the moment. And yes, my hands are covered in paint because I've been doing decorating today because it's Bank Holiday Monday. What else? But I've given 24 hours for the grease to soak in there, so to stop the creaking noises, hopefully. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's working. And the left is now... Oh yeah, that's way better, and there's no noises. Yep, I'm going to put that down as a... Yeah, no creaking at all. So that grease in the bottom really has made a difference. So that's another joystick all done and ready to be used. Hooray.